Hey, so last night I put up a video where I showcased the HX Stomp's cabinet versus the Ox Stomp, and I picked a similar cabinet and miking scenario, and I have that same thing set up right now, but I switched the amp. So last night I used the PreAmp, and I don't know if I was just tired and wasn't thinking straight when I did it, but it sounded okay to me, so I just kept, I used it and I put it up. So somebody put a comment down, said, "Why'd you use the PreAmp?" I don't have a good answer for that. For some reason, last night I thought it sounded good, but today I compared that to the amp, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm missing a whole bunch of tonality and stuff. Now the amp sounds noisier because it has more control over the bias, hum, ripple, basically the bias and the bias X. But nonetheless, that's why I'm doing this follow-up video. Same setup as I did yesterday with the 5767 condenser. Same as the cabinet. This one cabinet is the 57, the other one's the condenser. And I have my fuzz going through the effects loop of here. 212, and I'm using a different amp. This time I'm using the US double, because actually I was using the US deluxe, but now I think the double sounds better with the cabinet setup that I have with both of these. This time I have this deluxe comp on to give a little bit more oomph. Still, same thing that I heard yesterday was the Ox Stomp just has more punch, bright, feels real, whereas the IR in here, and any IR I've tried, has a flatter thing going on it. So listen again. But I mean, come on. There's a major difference in the top end. The mids sound a little bit scooped without being scooped, and then the punch, the speaker push, you really hear that. All right. So now let's put on some fuzz, and this is going to be the HX Stomp. And now for the Ox Stomp. For the fuzz, I mean, it's a little fizzy, or when you compare it to this sounds muffled with the fuzz, which can be a good thing depending on what you're going for. But this has way more bite, way more presence. I could dial it in a little bit more for the fuzz sound, but still. So I'm going to try one more thing today, and that's the DS1 Waza. Ox Stomp again. Anyway, same thing. There's just a level of clarity with the Ox Stomp and a level of push, and I just like it. I like it. So that's my opinion. Yours may be different than that, but I can definitely feel when I'm playing a difference, and I can hear a major difference, especially with the fuzz. But even the more you play with this stuff, the more you hear the nuances and the differences, and you know, you're playing to it. So that makes a huge difference. That's why I didn't hook up a looper or anything. I want to play into the speaker emulations and see where they dig in and what they do when you let off and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you got anything out of this, hit the subscribe, hit the like so other people can see it, hit the bell to stay notified, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.